I would have thought I would have had it by now. I don't know what my problem is and why I'm not.
You got to have 50 flights.
And because we didn't see him,
50 flights are like 100,000 miles.
It's just a killer. I mean, I used to get it all the time, but I was always like using them to commute. So it's just funny now. I never get them anymore.
I mean,
But you know, you just
get the exposure and see what it's like.
I get it.
But again, I don't want it to be
Move it over?
over.
Nicely done.
That's what I would be afraid of. You know, like a down cells and I don't want that.
But we'll see. I thought Cindy played well. She only played a little bit, but she's been able to play a little.
But you know, and I don't know what else A-List Preferred gets you, but you can buy your way up reasonably priced on any flight to get a decent seat.
Oh yeah. It's 40. It's I think the most I've ever seen it is $40. But you know, when you're A-list, which is what I am, I think the furthest back I've ever been so far is like A26. So I can buy to get between A1 and 15, but I'm like, A26 isn't bad. And I normally get exit row, so I don't
Yeah, I
care.
was going to say, you know, the goal is to always get exit, right?
That's in my opinion.
Yeah, that's always it. And unfortunately, unlike American, there's really only one good exit row seat. You know, because they do that, clear the seat right in front of the door.
Yeah.
And then the other seats are kind of a little crampy in exit row compared to, you know, American. When
Well, now they got the planes where they have one exit row like we're used to on American.
Oh, do they?
They have a whole row, but only one side, not both sides, because that's where that extra 2 seats are. But on the other side, it's a full exit row.
Oh, I'll have to keep a lookout for that. I didn't realize as I get back there. You know, when I'm traveling business, but you're always traveling for weeks, but usually when I'm traveling Southwest, it's, you know, short trips, small bags, and there's always that, you know, front row, bulkhead, sitting next to the little old lady that loaded early, everybody's like pushed by it. That seat pretty much holds through the B series, if not all the way into C sometimes.
And you know what I'm thinking now is the airfares are so low. To do up and back trips aren't a big deal because, you know, I was looking at fares the other day. I booked a flight to San Francisco. At the end of January, $54 each way round trip. It was $108.
You know, when I flew Southwest, when I flew all the time, that's what I did with Southwest. You know, back then it was always under 100, and I'm like, hotels are 150 to 2 back in that era. You know, this is like the early 90s. I was flying them all the time. I do the exact same thing. I just fly up, fly back the next day sometimes. Always nicer to sleep in your own bed.
Absolutely. They have a 6 o'clock flight to LA that gets in at 7:15. So I can be at my office at 8, and they have a flight that leaves at like 6 o'clock at night.
Gets back about 9:30.
Gets back at about 11.
11. Okay.
It leaves about 6:10, gets back at 11. But that's 8:10 our time when you leave.
Yeah. No, I wasn't doing the math right. That's embarrassing.
No, it's
That I didn't do the math right. I used to be able to do that math on the fly, know the flight numbers. Oh, that was gone.
well, I have my computer, my work computer set up on Pacific time. That's how it keeps me straight. And then I got my watch here, and I've got Pacific time and wherever I am.
Once you pop the net. They were very happy with that work right there. Okay, so the other place that Virgin goes, if you ever go there, that keeps the fares cheap, so you can just either do it Southwest or Virgin. Reagan in DC, direct.
Is that right?
Yeah, and LaGuardia.
Oh, wow.
So it's both, especially around the time. So they've got, I think a morning and evening flight in and out of both places. So only around that morning and evening do they actually match that fare. But you can always find it on Southwest.
What I think is interesting, and I hope it doesn't change, Southwest nonstops are cheaper than their connections.
Yes.
I don't understand why, but I'm not
Because
complaining.
I think all they're doing is piling the connections together, right? So they're looking at the cheapest fare on both connections routes and letting it sit there. So if it's like, to do the math easy, if it's $200 connections are the best, they'll give you a $200 fare on that connection. And if they want to price against competition at $150, they'll just price the direct at $150. They don't do anything to match. I found the same thing.
Which is fine with me because, like I said, you're seeing 59, 54.
Oh, you're getting real cheap. I haven't looked for a while.
It's amazing. I can't believe it.
I haven't looked for a while.
The last time I looked, I was looking to fly from Dallas to Portland, Portland to San Francisco, Portland to Oakland, Oakland back to Dallas. The most expensive part of the trip was Portland to Oakland, and that was $100.
Well, Virgin keeps Seattle cheap. So if you ever have to go up that way and you're looking, because
I got to look at Virgin.
It's an easy flight down, or just look at Southwest and American. We don't do American anymore, so look at Southwest.
Well, the other thing my brother told me was if you call, I don't know about Virgin, but if you call Delta and United,
they'll match.
And show them what your status is with American, they'll match you.
Alaska do the same thing, but that doesn't do a lot of good except up to Portland. So Alaska will absolutely match status for the year, so you ought to do it now. So they'll match status for the whole year. And their frequent flyer program.
Whoa, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and platinum is all that matters there, so you don't have to be exec. And we flew it for vacation, but I started flying just a couple times for work. I always got upgraded on Alaska. I couldn't get upgraded on American, but as their top guy, I got upgraded on Alaska.